Hello. It's your girl, Champagne Lloyd, and welcome to 5 Minutes Fridays, y'all. You know your girl's hoping you're having a fantabulous day, but if you're not, y'all know how we do. We flip the script because we understand that, nope, we can't control every situation, circumstances, person, place, thing, who mama, daddy, is, who them kids are, who wifey, boo thing, husband is, what school we gotta go to, what gig we gotta go rock, who gonna be at that said gig when we get there, what attitude they gonna have once we bust through the door, but it don't matter though. Why? Because every day, all day, 365, 24/7, 60 seconds to every minute, you, sir and ma'am, can control your reactions, attitudes, and responses wherever you gotta rock and whoever you gotta rock it with. No matter how much hateration, shade throwing that they do, we understand our actions speak louder than their shade throwing ever could. And nobody has the right to kill our vibe or steal our joy unless we so let them. And we just not gonna do that no more. Time out for that. We don't do that. So anyway, I want to play you a little clip before I talk about what I want to talk about today. I hope you guys can see this. I hope. If you can't, I'm so sorry. Can you see that? That is the famous scene in The Color Purple. I wanted to bring a little humor to what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, because real talk, I see a lot of Suge Avery's running around here. You know, this woman, she is so wounded, she is so beat down, but she has the audacity to talk about and be nasty to the place where she's going to heal. She was so wounded, y'all. She couldn't even walk, herself. She had to have Mr. and Harpo holding her up to walk her, and she had the audacity to try to inflict some pain and shame on the place where she was going to get the healing. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Not that I don't care, about your wounds and everything, but I just wanted you to see what you look like, because a lot of you guys are out here wrong, just foul, just some not very nice people to be around, because you have that nasty aura about you. You have these wounds are seeping and bleeding, and you're not healed, and the only thing you can do is lash out. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't feel good on the inside for a person to be, lashing out all the time, angry, sad. That's a mentality that I know is just awful to bear 24/7. So anyway, let me give you a couple of definitions. This is what I see in a lot of people, even in some people I really care a lot about. You are wounded. Someone has inflicted an injury or harm to you, and it's marred, impaired, and damaged you. That's the definition of a wound. It's like you're stuck in that wound. You're not processing through to which the ultimate goal is to the wound not act like the wound never happened. I'm never saying that. Y'all know I'm the heal and deal queen, but people are stuck. So anyway, the scar, this is where we all need to move towards a scar. A scar is a mark left by a healed wound. A mark left by a healed wound. I'm not trying to say that these wounds that have been inflicted upon us are not going to leave some evidence in our life, change the trajectory of our life. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that it didn't just break you and it was a right thing to do. But I'm saying when you are continuously stuck in the wounded stage, you're just going to stay marred, impaired, and damaged. And you cannot function. You can't function in the wounded stage, y'all. That's where dysfunction comes in. Dysfunction is something not working properly, and our wounds are just dictating to us how we're going to be. They're clouding our vision. Like, we only see through the pain. That's why you're so nasty and you're angry and you don't feel so good because you're this heaviness, this wound is just overshadowed everything in your life, boo-boo. You have got to, everybody, if we took a poll of 1 million people, everybody has been hurt, y'all. Everybody. We ain't saying that it ain't jacked up and we ain't all gonna have to go through our processes of life. One thing we know, you gonna fall in love and somebody ain't gonna love you. You gonna lose somebody. Some people gonna die in your life. You gonna get fired. You gonna have friends leave you. You gonna have your ride or dies turn out to be bye-byes. All that, you're going to suffer a lot of things, but the thing to do is to try to move from that wound to a scar, a healed wound. And how do you do that? Champagne, you don't understand what she did to me. You don't understand what they have done. I can't. It broke me. It messed with my mind. Okay, I get that. But let me tell you what I did. All I could do was to go on doing the best I can. All I could do was I talked it out, confidence. I just continued living. I tried to be the exact opposite of whatever that was that wounded me. That is huge, y'all. If you just try to be the opposite of that speaks volumes to your soul. If you try to, I always say, don't try to shy away from it. Don't try to punk out about it. I always try to, talk to the person or confront or whatever, and not trying to, angrily. But if you're in the spot where you can't do it without anger, and it might turn into a problem, maybe that's not the time for you to try to talk it out. But there's nothing wrong, people, with going back to someone and say, being vulnerable. You hurt me. Why did you do this? Why? And this and that and the other. And sometimes we are not going to get that why, and they're not going to be sorry. But guess what? We can still move forward without them. But it is good to have it. But you don't need it for you to heal. What you need to do is look at what it has done in you, and then work on that. Like, I know a lot of chicas, they get hurt so much by, men, and they become bitter and don't want, the male species around them. They get very angry, start male bashing. That isn't the thing to do, because every man is not like the ones who did. Even if you had a string of men do that you need to check your bull, because that's what you're, attracting. But every man is not bad. You can't lump the male species in one big thing. Same thing with men. A woman done hurt you, and so you lump everybody's a hoe, a trick, or whatever, because you've had these bad experiences with a few. You can't lump the whole women species in one category. So please, y'all, please heal. Yes, you're going to have a scar, but the scar is proof that you made it through the wound. And after all, do you want somebody to have that much power to keep you here, rocking around here wounded, while they walking lackadaisically, skip-de-doo-dah through life? You here stuck, bleeding, and injured with that same wound. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. No, it wasn't right. Shame on them. I can't stand what you did to me. But you not going to hold me, and our wounds won't define me. Hate a person that's not hate. I dislike a person that, they wear their wounds as armor badges. Heal, scar, and walk through life and get that mess out your life and become a happier person. I love y'all. Want you to win. Your girl got your back. I'm just tired of seeing people walking around here wounded, but you acting like Suge Avery, trying to be nasty, diss everybody else, and you the one with the problem. Stank. No, stop it. Heal and deal, folks. Peace.